Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you've clicked on this, your student is registered for Math 8-7, so I'm just going to run through the class in detail so you'll know what to do. So once you have registered and paid, you're going to go into Student Resources and you're going to click on the class schedule. That's the first thing you should do. Go ahead and print it out. If you notice, it's dateless. The reason I do this is because I have students who start at all times of the year, some go year-round. This way, if you have vacations planned, you can put in the dates, and that way the student doesn't feel overwhelmed, because dates can kind of give you a little bit of anxiety. The next thing I want you to notice is that, again, how I've talked before, we start at lesson 4 and we move backwards. So you're going to jump to 4. So on the very first day of his class, you're going to go to Math 8-7 videos and you're going to find video lesson 4, and then you're going to play that. On the next day, he'll watch 3, and then he'll work through 2 and 1 on his own or her own. At the end of the week, if there's a test, you'll go ahead and take the test. Tests are found also on the website. You can just go on and click on it and print that out. As far as the textbook is concerned, you're going to be using, and it's also at the top of this, it's the second edition of Math 8-7. Be careful, do not use the soft covers. You want the hardcover Math 8-7 textbook. The soft covers tend to pull out all the geometry, and I want the geometry in there. So you're going to have them make sure when they're watching the video lessons, they're following along in the book. They've got the volume up, they're listening, because that's really the teaching part. That's the whole point of me teaching them. Okay, so they have to hear me. You also need to buy the answer booklet. You do not have to buy the tests. Again, I provide them online. Now, as far as the answer booklet is concerned, when they get to those 2 videos or 2 lessons they do on their own, they're not videos, they need to check their work. Now, if they're at the age that they can just do it themselves, that's fine. If you need to go along with them, that's fine too. But that way they know, if I got it wrong, why did I get it wrong? If they can't figure it out, that's where texting me would come in. So they would go ahead and text me. If you don't feel comfortable with the texting thing, they can hold their questions till Friday. And if you look on the class schedules, you'll see an open Discord class where they can jump online, ask me the questions they have, and then jump off. They don't have to stay on the whole time. It's just an open forum for students who have questions in Math 8-7 alone. If you'll also notice at the top of the schedule, it says calculator not allowed until lesson 100. Lesson 100 of this book is when I allow calculators. So when you do get your student a calculator, you want to go with something simple. This is just an example. You can get this $10 at Walmart. Just something not too complicated. I would not start them with like a TI-84 this young. You want something that's not going to overwhelm them. Until then, if they're still having problems with their multiplication problems, and if they've been coming through all my classes, they should not have a problem with multiplication anymore. But if they do, they are welcome to use a multiplication chart. Again, I will link it in the student resources, and you can print out one. If they don't like the busyness of this, they can go here. This is a 10 by 10. This is a 15 by 15. Again, I don't make them memorize anything. When I tell them to use a reference card, they can have a piece of paper with their formulas on it. I used to, when I held live classes, gave out an 8 by or 5 by 8 index card. That's fine. They may need a couple of those depending on how many formulas they need to write down. So they need to take care of that and just make sure that they are keeping up with that. The last thing is your tests. When it's time to take a test, you'll go again on here, you'll print it out, they'll take it. You have to scan it in to PDF format and email it to me. This is a change. I used to just take it over text messaging, but because I'm getting more and more students, I don't really have the time to do the conversions. So I need you as parents or as students to go ahead and convert it for me and scan it in. Also, do not be test shy. What that means is when it's time for you to take a test, take the test. Turn the test in. Don't send me 10 tests at once. This hurts you because let's say you miss a concept on the first test. Remember, Saxon repeats. You're going to miss that same concept on every one of the tests afterwards because they continue to review. You don't want that to happen. Now, if your student is really nervous, if they want to wait to the 4th week to take the test, that's fine. But the more you get behind, the worse it's going to be. This way, if you're doing a test, sending it right to me, I can grade it and say, okay, little Johnny's having problems with factoring, so we need to make sure they go back to this video or go to a quick concept on my YouTube channel and check that out, okay? So please make sure the tests are coming to me and they're scanned into PDF format. If you have any questions about this class that I did not answer, you can go on to the Contact Us and shoot me a quick email. You can also text me. Most people have my phone because of the text messaging for tutoring if you need that. And so I think we covered everything again. And you can also put a comment down below if you have any issues other than that. So have a great day.